Alright y'all, this is your help video for quiz 2.08. And I just want to make a note here to make sure that you're referring to your properties, postulates, and definitions note as much as you need to until you have them memorized. We do need to have them memorized before the test, but until then, I kind of just took a snip and smushed it on here. And then here's the other page. You need to know all of these properties, postulates, and theorems. So if you can't find your notes or you don't have them, you can pause this video where you need to get them. Alright, so here's the first type question. It says, what is the reason for statement 7 in the 2-column proof? So we're looking way down here for statement 7. And what we always want to do is we want to look back at what happened prior to that. So prior to that, it says the measure of angle A equals the measure of angle B. And now it says the measure of angle A is congruent to the measure of angle B. And we're trying to figure out what the reason or the justification is that we can say if two angles are equal, they're also congruent. And that is called the angle congruence postulate. And even if you weren't 100% confident about that, just process of elimination should get you the right answer. Clearly we're not adding two angles together, so it can't be the angle addition postulate. We're not measuring things. It's not a linear pair. We don't have two angles that are forming a straight line. So the answer is angle congruence postulate. All right, the next one. We want to fill in statement 3. So let's look over here at 3. We need to go back and look at what's happened prior to 3. So it tells us that measure of angle JML is 52 degrees and that KML is 38 degrees. And then in step 3, it says that I could add those two angles together and it would equal the total angle. Well, we need to give a reason or a justification for that. And anytime you add the two smaller angles to get the bigger angle, that is called the angle addition postulate. And again, I think process of elimination, you would be able to figure that out pretty easily. It's not the definition of an angle. They're not adding up to 90, so it can't be complementary. And they don't form a straight line, so it can't be a linear pair. Actually, they do add up to 90. Sorry about that. They do add up to 90, but it's still not the definition of complementary because we're trying to fill in this blank. And in this blank, it doesn't say anything about them adding to 90 degrees. All right. So what can be used to write a proof? We can use definitions, theorems, properties, statements, anything that's given, a given statement, or a postulate. All right, what cannot be used that's been in this unit? You can't use a premise or a conjecture or a counterexample. Those are not what we use in proofs. We use our definitions, theorems, properties, and postulates. And then, of course, anything that's given. All right, so here's the next one. We want to fill in all the blanks. We're given that AC equals BD. And one of my #1 rules on proofs is always mark your picture. So AC, that yellow segment, is going to be equal to BD, that yellow segment. All right, so the very first blank, it tells us what we're given, right? It says AC equals BD. That was given to us. So our reasoning there would just be given. And then it says AC equals AB plus BC. So if you look up here, if we take AB plus BC, that's going to equal the full AC. Well, anytime you add two smaller segments to get the bigger segment, that's called the segment addition postulate. Okay, and then let's see what they did. So the next thing they did was they did the segment addition postulate again, saying that BD, this whole segment, was equal to BC plus CD. And now if we look down here, we got to use the two previous steps. Now they're saying AB plus BC equals BC plus CD. So they've replaced AB plus BC with the letters BD. So anytime you're substituting I just gave it away. That's the substitution property of equality. I'm just going to put POE for property of equality. All right, and then the last one, oh, it's already there for you. It's the subtraction property of equality. They subtracted BC from both sides. All right, let's try one more. So we're given that the measure of angle ACB is 60 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my picture. ACD, this one is 60. And we're trying to prove that triangle ABC is an obtuse triangle. So we always start with what we're given. The measure of ACD is 60 degrees. The next thing it says is ACD and ACB are supplementary. So we have to look up here at our picture and say, how do we know that those two angles are supplementary? Well, it's because they form a straight line. Those are a linear pair. Anytime two angles form a straight line, they are supplementary by the linear pair postulate. All right, and then we have that they add up to 180 because that's the definition of supplementary angles. And down here, it doesn't give us what we want, but it tells us that we're going to use the substitution property. So I'm going to have to substitute something in for one of these. And the only thing I know so far is that ACD is 60. So instead of writing ACD, I'm going to write 60 plus ACB equals 180, which is this one right here. I'm just going to draw an arrow so I don't have to type it. All right, so we got that in there, and then the next step says that we want to use the subtraction property of equality. So we're going to be subtracting something from each side. Now we just left off with this one, and I'm assuming that we're trying to solve for the measure of angle ACB, so we would want to subtract 60 from each side. And if we did that, we would be left with this. The measure of angle ACB equals 120 degrees. And then finally, we can say angle, or triangle, that's supposed to be triangle, ACB, no, just kidding, angle ACB is an obtuse angle. And that is because the definition of an obtuse angle has to be greater than 90, and this angle is 120 degrees. I think I might have actually cut off the last step of this problem. I'm really sorry. But if you notice here where I cut it, we've ended with an obtuse angle, but we're trying to prove that it's an obtuse triangle. So then you should have one more thing here saying triangle ABC is an obtuse triangle because the definition of an obtuse triangle. So sorry I cut that off. But that's it. Good luck on this quiz. Just make sure that you know your postulates, proofs, and properties. So you need to know those 2 pages. Good luck.